Hello everybody and welcome to your reading. This will be your no contact reading for the week ahead. All readings are timeless as stated in the description. If it doesn't resonate, please don't worry, there will be another one. Don't make it fit because it's really meant to come to you at the right time, so try not to make it fit. If it resonates, if you take something from it, then that's brilliant. Excellent. So for my collective, please, Spirit, how can we open the reading for the collective on the no contact? So this is for everybody in no contact, whether it's you that's gone no contact or the other person has gone into no contact. This is for the collective for no contact. So first of all, we come out with dreams. So thanks, Alice. So with that, yeah, when you go into no contact, if you've let's just take the first scenario that you've gone into no contact for whatever reason, you've decided to go into no contact within this relationship. The term no contact is there as a healing mechanism. It's a tool that you use not to punish the other person, not to punish you, but to grow within you, to grow and become a better person. It's it's a way of doing that, of going within, doing your meditation, finding whatever you can on YouTube to help you. There's so many people out there, life coaches that will help you. The people that I have watched are Mel Robbins, Jay Shetty. I started off with Gabrielle Bernstein, Marissa Peer, all of these people. Matthew Hussey is brilliant. And one of the first things that Matthew Hussey says about any relationship, if always pay attention to what they are putting into the relationship. If you found that you're always the one that's chasing, and this is so often the case, but you're always the one that's chasing, you're always the one that's messaging, and they may come back immediately, they may leave it. And I believe that term is breadcrumbing. I don't like that, because I mean, you've got a dynamic where you're probably dealing with a player anyway, or you're dealing with someone who has their own childhood trauma. And for me, that is up to them to do their healing, just like it is for you to do yours. So I hope that makes sense. So where am I going with this, with the dreams? Because no contact means no contact spiritually, no contact as in don't look at them on social media. Just try to get them out of your mind. And the trouble with dreams is you can't stop your dreams, but dreams normally reflect what you've been thinking during the day in your subconscious or whatever. So just take you can't can you control your dreams? It depends how spiritually evolved you are, if you're into astral projection or anything like that. But the actual dreams that you have, you can't really do anything about them, but they will be telling you. Thank you, Alice. They will be a reflection to you as how you're doing within this no contact situation. So if the other person is coming into your dreams, you need to do a bit more work on, if I say getting them out of your head, trying to work on that scenario. So that is what's the situation with that card. So what else can we say? I don't know, what do I want now? Just choose my deck, which I thought I'd done. I apologise. But this is more going, I can feel this reading going more on a soul level. So how else can we help the listener, Alice? So dreams, are a reflection on what you think. And like I always say, what you think is what you get, what you speak is what you get. So, and a lot of people don't get that, but it's absolutely the case. The life you're living now is the life you thought of, whether it be years ago, weeks ago. It depends where you are on the manifestation ladder, or where you were. So what else can we say to our viewer today, Alice? I do apologise for Miss Beanie in the background. She does like to take the stage every now and then. How else can we help the reader? Listener. Why do I keep saying reader? So yeah, the moon, yeah, you've been in contemplation. And that, again, that goes with these cards are lovely. They're such good quality that you've got two. So yeah, you've been in reflection about this, and that's been coming through in your dreams. That makes perfect sense now. And the Four of Swords. So this is the healing that needs to come from this. The contemplation, of course, is necessary. It's also very common for the no contact situation. Of course you're going to have contemplation, of course you're going to be thinking, of course you've got loads of thoughts going in your head and all that. So that's understandable that the moon is there. Now this is saying that you are going to be going into your time of healing. So this is talking to people who I think have just gone into no contact. Golden rule for no contact is 30. No, not 30, it's 3 months. It's 3 months. That's if you want to adopt that strategy, if that makes sense. So, what else can we say to our viewer? What else can we say to our viewer, Alice? How can we help our viewer in this no contact situation? But, you know, to do the work is what this is saying straight off. Do the work. And if you can, remember your dreams, write them down, because that will tell you pretty much of where your thoughts are, if you're unaware of where your thoughts are. It takes work. It does take work to master your thoughts, which is why a lot of people don't do the work. No, Beanie. So let's see. Beanie wants to come and help me. No, you can't do that now, darling. No, darling. So, how else can we help the viewer here? Yeah, 9 of Swords. You've been up in your head, wanting the healing. 3 of Pentacles. Hanged Man. This is all telling me that you've been thinking about this. It's up at your. I am definitely talking to people who are in the initial stages of no contact. What on earth do I do? Where do I go from here? Which I would imagine is why you are here. So where do you go from here? The 9 of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. Now that tells me, I'm going to take that because that is the single lady card. Now, don't freak out, but it's time to be a single lady or gent. Again, I apologise, being a female, I will naturally say that. But that means that you have to be on your own in this healing stage. It's not a nice thing. I've been through it, so I know exactly what you're going through. You think the world's against you. You think you're going to have a mental breakdown. I get it. But if you do the work, you will come out the other end. You will come out the other side. You will be a lot stronger. You will be a lot more evolved. And I can't begin to tell you how good it is to do this work. What else can we? So, okay, thanks. So Louise Hay is someone you'll find on YouTube, and she does affirmations as well. That's another good practice to get into. The key is to have your vibration in the right place. I will say this in every reading I do because it is key. You have to be vibing high. You have to be in a good state of mind. Yes, you're going to have your off days. And if you're having an off day, if you wake up and you think, I'm not feeling it today, I'm not there today, then just think, well, okay, today is not a day for manifestation. It's not a day for affirmations. Today, I'm just being a human being, because ultimately we are spirit living, having a human experience, basically. So, and then just find ways to get your vibration higher. Affirmations. When I started out with this work, I started to do affirmations, and I have to say I did fake it till I made it, basically. But I'm that sort of person. I can sit and do it again and again and again and again. I had post-it notes. I shouldn't really say this, but on my steering wheel, I was saying them on the way to work. I was feeling it. I was putting happy songs on. I've just recently chosen a radio station where there's hardly any talk. They talk about happy things, and they play happy songs. I'm a little bit older, and the 80s music for me is the best music. So I listen to an 80s simply because that gets me in the right frame of mind. They're not talking about society. They're not talking about media. They're not talking about what's going on. That doesn't mean you're putting your head in the sand. That means you're looking after yourself, because there is so much rubbish in the media and on the news. I don't watch the news. I don't watch any program that is down, and I mean, all these soaps are just so, apologies if you watch them and you like them, but they're so depressing. So just find a way to get you in the right vibration. And it does take work. It really does take work. And, some people will say, oh, if it really means doing all that, I'm not going to do it. Well, guess what? If you want to keep having the cycle with whoever it is that you're in no contact with, carry on, because that's what will happen. If you don't do the work, you'll keep going through the cycle. You're talking to, I don't know, I went through the cycle for 7 years before and Spirit was nagging at me all the time what to do, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that, no. And you think, I don't want to be alone. I really don't want to be alone. Guess what? If you're in a situation with somebody that is breadcrumbing you and that keeps coming and going and just keeps being there when they want to be there, you are alone. There's nobody there anyway. So why not be there alone and do the work, and then create a much better situation? I know that sounds a bit hard hitting, and I apologize if it is, but having been through it, I want to help as many people as I can to go through it like that. Does that make sense? That didn't really make sense to me, but you know what I mean. So anyway, Alice, what else can we say to our viewer to help them in this situation? I don't get too much into signs, I have to say, because we're made up of so many signs. I get into energy, so if ever I refer to fire, earth, air, it's the energy rather than the sign. I might mention them now and again if it depends what Alice says. Okay. I just realised these are really big cards, so I have to be careful. That's much better. Not going everywhere now. How else can we help our viewer, Alice, with their no contact situation? Oh, the real butterfingers. I never ever drop the cards apart from when I'm doing a reading. Goodness me. One more cake. Okay. Yep. do the work, reflect, pay attention to your dreams, do the healing work, and the situation, you will transform out of what you're in into something else. Temperance will take patience, will take time. Give yourself the 3 months if you're prepared to do it, because it really is worth it. The Star, healing again. You'll get nothing but healing from doing this. Queen of Cups. The healing will heal your emotional, your emotions. 3 of Wands. No more waiting. No more waiting. No more, oh, but she might text me or anything. Just take this moment, step into your power and take hold of this situation. Can we have some more cards, Alice? What else can we say? Do the healing. So whoever you are out there, and I know this may only reach one person, I don't care. If I reach one person, then I've done my job as far as I'm concerned. You have to do the work. You have to, and like I say, I think you're quite new into the no contact, as in at the beginning, and I think you have been through cycles. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favour if you do the work. I don't want to sit here and say, oh, everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be great. Everything's going to turn out. It is going to turn out if you do the work. You have to do the work. The world is your oyster. What you give in, what you put in, you get out. Got to look at this. Success. You've got Wheel of Fortune turning in your favour. The world is at your feet. Success is there for you. Well, I thought of a song then. The Hermit. Do the work. Go in. Be alone. Be the single lady for a while. It will pay off. I guarantee it will pay off. 2 of Pentacles. No more will he, won't he, will she, won't she. What shall I do? Take control now. Brilliant thing that Mel Robbins says is let them. Adopt the let them phrase. Let them show you what they're made of. Let them do what they're doing. Let them. They will probably try and contact you as soon as they realise you're not contacting them, because again, I'm taking this as you've gone into no contact. As soon as they realise you're not there, they'll start coming back with the breadcrumbs. And for me, the best thing to do is stay in no contact for a while, if you can. They may go onto social media and like a post or something like this. This is not good enough. This is not. If they were to text you and apologise and take ownership for the fact that they've disappeared, that is a different story. That means that they may have done some healing, and that's a situation to talk about, but not to get back into the same cycle, to literally have a grown-up conversation about the situation. So let's clarify these cards, please, Alice. How can we clarify? How can we now advise the viewer moving forward? So they've done the work, and this is happening now. How can we advise them moving forward? Two of Cups. 2 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune again. Yeah. Page of Wands. 5 of Swords. And the Empress. Standing in your power. So from this, I see no more conflict, no more second guessing, no more negativity. You know, stand in your power, nurture a new beginning, because that's what's coming, a new beginning. Either with that person or with someone new. And if you put the work in, Spirit will help the wheel of fortune turn in your favour. It really is so clear, this reading. Do the work. Stand in your power. Queen of Wands is underneath the deck, you know. And if you do, it's you know, I did it. I did the work, and I was the last person who would have done the work. As spiritual as I am, I've been spiritual all my life, but when these sort of things happen to you, you think, nah. But honestly, I now feel amazing. I've come out the other side. So that's what I want for everybody else. It's worth doing the work. It's worth, you know, find somebody on YouTube, but don't take someone else's word for it. Just have a look, you know, have a look at life coaches. Listen to the one that speaks to you. We're all at different stages in our life. We're all at different stages in our soul journey. The one that I listen to, the one that I watch, may not speak to you. The one that somebody else watches may not speak to you. The one that speaks to you may not speak to anyone else. You know, you have to find the one. And, you know, when I first found Abraham Hicks, and Abraham Hicks isn't for everyone, I hasten to add, but when I first found them, I thought, what are they talking about? What are you saying to me? But Spirit kept having me go back. I would listen to them for a while, then I wouldn't for a couple of months, then I'd go back, and eventually I got it. I got their message, and everybody else says it in a different way. And you just need to listen to the person who says it in the way that speaks to you. It's sort of that simple. I have a healthy and stable foundation in my life. How amazing is that? When I do the work, I have a healthy and stable, I couldn't read it, foundation in my life. Oh, and this underneath, this is amazing. My heart is open to receive love. And that's where you'll be. Your heart will be open to receive love from a person who is worthy of you, because you are worthy of the best. And that's a good affirmation. I am worthy of receiving love. I am worthy of the very best. The best comes to me now. When you're vibing high, I am worthy of receiving love. I am worthy of the best, and the best comes to me now, or the best now comes to me. And you use that as your affirmation when you're vibing high, and you know, you'll start to see shifts. You'll start to see things slightly differently. Things will start coming to you from places where you didn't think they really existed, if that makes sense. So, love this message. I absolutely love this message. You may not, but you will eventually. This is amazing. Do the work and things will get better. I promise you. Thank you. Thank you for being there. I'm really happy to have you here, and I will see you again soon. Take care.